Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Man, I must just have some sort of Nostradamus gene in me because we have so many instances where I say something one day and the next day it happens. Hashtag Trust SwitchForce, and today's episode is jam-packed with big news because Nintendo has revealed another surprise for 2021. There's a big showcase which promises Switch games coming right at us. Plus, another Direct was announced, except not from Nintendo, and as soon as Nintendo announces theirs, it feels like this is gonna be jam-freaking-packed. And a new web series is ready to air that I think you guys are gonna find fun, putting more juice into a very special anniversary. It's a lovely episode of Good Morning Mario, so thanks so much for being here on this fine Thursday. Welcome aboard, everyone. I love you a lot. Make sure to smash that like button. It helps a lot. And let me know in the comments down below what you think about today's tales and today's stories, how you're feeling, and if you're excited that we got it right. All right, so let's jump right in. I want to start off with Pokemon, all right, because they are prepping a brand new animated series that I think sounds super cool. Now, this one is going to air for free on YouTube beginning on September the 9th. It's 8 episodes long, and interestingly, it catalogs all 8 regions that have been covered in the 8 generations of the Pokemon franchise thus far. I think this is a really neat way to just kind of encapsulate all that Pokemon has been for the last 25 years. Interestingly, they're going backwards in reverse order. So the first episode is all about the Galar region. It's called The Champion, and it features Leon and his trusty Charizard, although there is an overarching story across all 8 episodes, and they air kind of sporadically, like every 2 weeks, but then there's some longer gaps, and it goes Galar, and then Alola, Kalos, Unova, all the way down to Kanto on December 23rd. It looks pretty cool, so I'm pretty pumped. Let me know in the comments down below if you are going to I Spy this new Pokemon Evolution series starting next week. Quick note, we talked last week about the eShop opening up in a bunch of Latin American countries, and voila, it is now officially open, and they've brought over 750 titles to those regions, which isn't the entire eShop, obviously, but it is a healthy portion, and hopefully those players can start having fun on their Switch. Now, we've got an unexpected announcement from the man, the myth, the most important Mr. in gaming. Jeff Keighley is bringing another showcase to your screen. On September 17th, the THQ 10-year anniversary showcase will be dropping, featuring 6 brand new announcements and updates on already existing games. Now, THQ Nordic has been big supporters of the Switch, so it's almost assured that some or many of these games will be put on Nintendo's platform. All right, if you don't know, THQ Nordic has done such things as Darksiders franchise, they've done SpongeBob, Kingdoms of Amalur, Red Faction, all these games on Switch, and so maybe they'll have something new to announce in the Darksiders franchise, although Darksiders 3 is coming to Switch pretty darn soon. It seems like they're gonna have a new SpongeBob game as well, so it should kind of spread across a lot of different interesting audiences, and with Jeff Keighley at the helm, I have to figure they've got something big to show off, and I just hope it ends up dropping on Switch. If you want to earmark your calendars, that's September 17th. It's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to have 6 brand new games. Their little press release says, witness the return of legendary franchises, including some for which fans have been waiting decades to get their hands on new installments, and you can also expect to see sequels of beloved games. So let me know in the comments down below, you got any predictions for what they might bring, or any wishes for new games in any of the franchises we mentioned, like Red Faction or Darksiders. As a massive gaming fan, I can't ignore that another Direct was detailed today. It ain't from Nintendo, but I'm still pumped to watch. Sony announced that their next PlayStation Showcase will air on Thursday, September 9th. Curiously, one day after we expect Nintendo to drop some goodies based on yesterday's Xenoblade Chronicles server maintenance story, but this is going to be a 40-minute presentation on games coming at you from PlayStation Studios this year and beyond. I'm expecting to see some big things. I think this is where God of War Ragnarok will rear its head, maybe get a new title, but definitely look gorgeous and oh so ooey gooey good on PlayStation 5. I think God of War, like the newest one on PS4, probably my favorite game of last generation, so I'm insanely hyped to see what they've done with Kratos and co this time around. Plus, there's probably going to be a surprise or two. We know that Sony has a lot of studios working their butts off, and I'm wondering if they're going to drop something as a surprise for the holiday season. We do have Deathloop in just a couple of days, but everything else got moved, including Horizon Forbidden West, which was pushed to February. So there's not a whole lot left for PlayStation 5 exclusively the rest of the year. And I wonder if we'll get to see that Last of Us 2 multiplayer mode that we've been hearing a lot about for years. Remember, initially it was taken out and then going to be part of Last of Us 2, but then got bigger and became its own separate factions thing that's going to exist independently. And now it's going to be on PS5, which is pretty freaking awesome. So I'm super excited for this show. I know it's not Nintendo, but hey, we can celebrate gaming a little bit here on GMM. Let me know if you're going to tune in to that PS5 showcase on September 9th. And hopefully we have another showcase the day before, September 8th. Things are heating up for this Direct. Yesterday we detailed that server maintenance I mentioned, and it seems like a lot of things are lining up for next week to be the week. Plus, I keep hearing that there's one or two more things for 2021, that they are gonna slot in one or two like mid-sized projects before the end of the year. And now we have an even bigger thing that happened today, a surprise that we called just yesterday. Remember when I told you that I'd been hearing that there were still a few surprises for Nintendo's 2021 calendar? Well, boom, shakalaka, hashtag trust SwitchForce, it happened. We got a new game coming in December, fleshing out Nintendo's already fantastic holiday lineup. Some people thought it would be style savvy, others predicted Nintendogs, but it's actually the return of Big Brain Academy in a new entry called Brain vs. Brain. Now, I loved Big Brain Academy back on the DS, so I'm actually pumped for the quirky characters and the cool puzzles to return. This one's expanded with a lot of solo offerings. It's got some multiplayer offerings with two people using the touchscreen, kind of holding the system vertically. It also has couch multiplayer options, and you can battle ghost data from around the world. This is not a horror game unless you don't like exercising your brain, but it will feature the ability to challenge players all over and try to top their high scores. Now, Big Brain Academy seems on the surface like it's some sort of educational game, but I'm telling you, from my past experience, there's a lot of fun in these cerebral puzzles. It kind of fits in line with Nintendo's sort of side projects, and oftentimes they love to announce these side projects right before a big Direct. Games like Labo and Ring Fit and Big Brain Academy, they don't feel like they fit in with their core audience. They're more kind of, like I said, a side piece, something to appeal to a different demographic. But I think they're fun even for the hardcore gamers. And now I'm just hopeful that we get that follow-up Direct, and all signs seem to be pointing towards next week. It seems to be a big PR cycle for a lot of top-tier companies, and I'm sure Nintendo wants to get in on the goods. Probably the best part of this Big Brain announcement, though, is the release date and the retail price. Now, quizzically, it's dropping on December 3rd, the same date as Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. Not quite sure why Nintendo has two first-party titles releasing on the same day, but I won't complain, and my wallet won't complain too much, because Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain is a $30 title, which is really appealing. It's going to be available as both a retail cartridge product and on the eShop, of course, and I think for something that is a brain exercise but definitely packed in with a whole lot of gaming fun, that feels perfect. And kudos to Nintendo for exploring the entire range of the pricing model, right? They obviously have all their $60 games. WarioWare Get It Together is a boatload of fun and comes in at $50, and now you got Big Brain Academy coming in at $30. It does make me wish that they would have expanded this to maybe include that Advance Wars reboot, but I do gotta give them credit for not relying on the $60 full price point value for everything. And they definitely haven't gone to the $70 price point yet. And can we just give a quick shout out to the artist behind this awesome aesthetic? I just think this look is charming as all heck, and we haven't seen it since 2007 on the Wii. So 14 years later, Nintendo is revitalizing this awesome, creepy teacher brain man and all these fun, curly-haired kids doing their worst to make you a little bit smarter. So I am 100% buying Big Brain Academy, especially at $30. Let me know in the comments down below if you're excited that Nintendo added another first-party title to their fall lineup, and if you plan on picking up Big Brain Academy, let's go brain versus brain, all right? Ooh, that's a lot of good stuff. All right, a big news day for the big end, but it's not done yet because we have our own news, our poll where we create news, and you guys can participate in my creations every evening on the community tab. This one was weird and wild. I asked you if you had one of these Pokemon body parts, you had to have it. Which one would you have? Machamp's forearms, Apom's tail, Alakazam's mustache, Mr. Mime's quirky hair, or Primarina's beautiful mane? And you guys picked Machamp's forearms. You can get double done. But maybe it would be a little awkward in terms of wearing clothes. Where would you shop? How would you fit in? So I picked Apom's tail because I could kind of hide it, but then it would also be an extra arm. I feel like that tail is very dexterous on the little monkey man. I like it a lot, and it would help me out go faster, but I still could wear my Good Morning Mario t-shirt, which would make me a very happy camper. Now, 17% of you ironically picked Alakazam's mustache. A lot of you really respecting the psychic daddy. And then 12% picked Primarina's beautiful hair. 3% giving some love to Mr. Mime, which I do appreciate, he deserves it, but I understand it's not that popular of a choice. So there you have it, another episode of GMM in the bag, 140 episodes down. And I just gotta give you guys a big thank you for helping me make this show a thing. It makes me so happy to see that Good Morning Mario is thriving and pushing forward and expanding and growing and adding new members to our family each and every day. I appreciate all of you for believing in me and believing in SwitchForce and being a part of this awesome show. I couldn't do it without you, so I appreciate you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, SwitchForce out.